Hello everybody and welcome back. Sorry, as I come into the game, of course, I just moved to the side and put the screen up so that you can't see anything that's going on because I had the wrong window open in the background. But anyways, sorry about that. Well, hi everybody. Welcome back, Jeff again, and I'm coming to you from the Minecraft vanilla server, and wanted to kind of make a short video today, mainly because I'm going to be gone at the fire station tomorrow, and otherwise I would have like nothing to update you guys on what's been going on. And I wanted to show you guys the progress that I have made thus far, and we'll do that by making this last card that I'm in the process of making. A lot of this is a big trial and error thing, in case you guys did not realize that that was the case. It's just I'm looking at like a card or a picture of a card next to me and trying to see how things actually look when I put them in a grid. Let's see how this looks. I don't like that at all. I think actually what I don't like on this is that right there. One of the things I don't like. Other than that, it actually looks decent. Let me try to move this down one row and see what this looks like. Whoop. So it is a lot of trial and error. Oops, all part of the game and the way that this is going, and beautiful. I love that for the two. Obviously, this is not the two card. It is not completely done yet. I do need to get a screenshot of this little guy. What I've been doing is I've been making things, and when I find ones that look good, I take a real quick screenshot of them so I can replicate them again later. Yeah, so basically, if you'll notice, I am using carpet, thanks to you guys for being so smart, because I was not so smart, and I was doing this whole thing with wool. The reason I have wool sitting right here is because it's marking the middle of the map, and I didn't want to lose that. And luckily, the wool looks exactly like the wool carpet on the map, the overview map. It has absolutely no differences, and amazingly, snow as well looks just like white wool, because right here I had a creeper explosion, snuck up on me, destroyed a big chunk of this area. It's only happened once, thank God. And I had to go through and fill in the rest with snow, and then I ran out of snow. And I didn't want to have to go search for more snow, so I just tried to throw some wool in there, and luckily that worked beautifully. Oh wait, hold on one second again. We're going to go back to a window that you guys can't see, because I want to, there we go, get my 2 on the screen so that I can see it and be all happy. So basically, where did I do this from? 2 in, boom, boom, boom. I think it was like this. There we go. So yes, thank you for all of you guys for being so smart, because you saved me so much time. Because the wool, I don't know if you know, but the wool not only took me a long time to get from sheep, and when you get it from the sheep, you have to, you know, get a lot of wool. And yeah, to reiterate, there's lots of wool that you must get in this game. Whoops. And when you use carpet, not only does, what, 2 wool make 3 carpet? Yeah, so it doesn't like triple my productivity, but at 1.5 times my productivity, because I need to collect less. So that always works out really well. But also, the wool takes forever to break down. So when I have to make another thing, it takes forever to break the wool down, and it's actually very easy though, like this. Doot, doot, doot. That's how quickly those come apart, as opposed to trying to do it like wool. Or I can just use the water, and bam! Look at this. It is just beautiful. It's so easy to take away, to put back. Oh, this has saved me so much time, so much energy, so much effort. It is wonderful, and you guys are going to be astonished here soon when I show you something. But what else can we do today while we're doing this and finishing up these couple cards while I talk to you guys? Well, I'll tell you about a scare that I had today. So I was at work, and often when I'm at work, I remote desktop back home for a couple reasons. I use Google Chrome remote desktop. It's actually really nice. I like it a lot. I used to just use normal remote desktop, but I sometimes have problems for some reason at my work. If you're not on the certain right part of the network, it won't let you remote desktop out. But Google Chrome remote seems to work pretty well, and it actually gives me a nice clean view, and it's smoother to me than using remote desktop, which is amazing for some odd reason. So I've been using that for quite a while, and I'll often remote desktop home, keep a check on videos that I have, like either rendering or something like that, or even just, do some online surfing that I wouldn't necessarily like, not that I'm looking up anything bad while I'm at work, but there's something still, if you're at work and you want to look something up, you're like, I don't know if I want that just on my record for like that I'm looking up at work. And I can't get to a lot of websites at work. It blocks out some of the dumbest things, but anything that's gaming related at all, like I'll be looking at Google News when I have a quick break and I'll see something about like, Humble Bundle is in the news for something or other, and I'll go to click on it and I can't read the article because it's considered a gaming website, which is, it is, but so it doesn't let you get to it. So it gets really annoying when that is the case. But so I'll sometimes, remote desktop home so I can, read some articles like that or something of the sort. But I was remote desktoped in at home, and I was just, nothing was going on, nothing big. Just, I wasn't even like looking at the screen. I think I remote desktoped in earlier. I wasn't even looking at anything. And all of a sudden, Julia, my girlfriend, she text messaged me and says, "Oh, sorry. I had used your computer to log on to my email, so it keeps telling you have the wrong password. That's probably because it's my email address now. It's not looking at your email address anymore." And I'm like looking at this text message and I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Like I was just at work, like reading my work emails. I was staring at this text message and I was like, what the hell are you talking about? So I wrote it back and said something to the extent of like, what the hell are you talking about? And she says, I used your computer. She just says it again. I used your computer and I had logged into my email, so it keeps telling you it's the wrong password. It's because you're not logged in anymore. And I was like, you're logged into what? Like, I don't understand. And she goes, are you remote desktoped back home? And I said, yeah. But are you on my desktop? Which would be weird. Like, she uses my Chromebook quite often because it just sits up in the living room and I use it to remote desktop. Like my desktop computer that I do all my video stuff in, the one I'm using right now, recording in, rendering in, all that fun stuff, it's downstairs in my man cave. And she doesn't touch this computer. Like she has no business touching this computer. No, it's but this would not be conducive for her to come down and sit at my computer and sit here and look at it, by the way. Bam! Look at this too. Look at this beautiful, beautiful 2. But she would have no business to be down here. And I was like, what computer are you using here? And she's like, I'm using your Chromebook. And I said, I'm not remote desktoped into my Chromebook. I don't remote desktop into that one. I only have it set up to remote desktop into my desktop. And she's like, but you keep moving the cursor on me and you keep pulling up windows and doing all this stuff. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she goes, yeah, see, you're doing it right now. See, the thing you're trying to get from the Google Play Store? She's like, it keeps telling you it's the wrong password. I'm telling you it's because you're not logged into Google anymore. I was like, Julia, I'm not trying to do anything on the Google Play Store right this second. Like, I have no idea what you're speaking of. And she's like, no, you're obviously doing something in remote desktop into this computer because it's working on its own right now. And I was like, turn it off right this second. I was like, tell me what you see. And she couldn't like iterate to me exactly what she was seeing on the screen. She just kept saying, yeah. I was like, Julia, I'm not doing anything like that. She's like, yeah, you're doing it right now. And I was like, Julia, tell me exactly what you're looking at right now. I need to know. Like, this is very important. I need to know what you're seeing happen. She's like, you're just trying to do those things and it's telling you have the wrong password. And I was like, turn it off right now. I'm obviously not getting any more information from you. I said, turn off my computer right now. Like, shut it down physically, just all the way. Power it off. And she's like, why? And I said, I think I'm being hacked. Like, so I'm sitting there at work. She's telling me somebody's controlling my Chromebook, which is something that I don't use for very much. And I don't use it at all for when I'm at work. And she's also telling me that somebody's trying to buy stuff from the Google Play Store. So I told her, shut it off right now. I think I'm being hacked. And so she does. Now, let's look at these. Boom! Ace. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Oh my god, guys, can you believe this? I have 10 of these cards all done from the suit of hearts. You guys were asking, like, what, are you really gonna actually go through and make like 51 more of these? Boom! Look at this. Ace 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of hearts are completed. The only one I'm actually not happy with right now is this one. I don't like the 3. I could not get the 3 to look right. I don't know why, but I couldn't get the 3 to look right. Now, before I finish the rest of the story that I'm sure you guys are so like on the edge of your seat for right now and wondering who is hacking into my computer and what's going on and has my identity been stolen and is this really Jeff that we're listening to anymore, because if his computer got hacked, somebody probably just took over his channel because I think he's like a beast and just wanted to be him so bad. And I could be that guy right now who wants to be myself if I wasn't myself. But the only thing I'm having a problem with all this stuff right now is the face cards, and I don't know how to do the face cards. And I've had many suggestions on the face cards. I like a lot of them. A lot of them are extremely tough work. A lot of people just say, please make real face cards because the rest of the deck looks so good, it would just look so bad if you didn't. That's difficult to do. I don't quite know how to do it, for one. For two, other people's suggestions that they have is to use like the Mindcrack faces and make them on the different cards, which I do like that idea. I still would struggle with doing it properly. However, Octavio the First, I gotta thank you, man. He asked me for the dimensions of this thing and said he was gonna try to work on something. And, I was like, okay, somebody wants to work on this, no big deal. They probably won't work on, too much. He's already sent me a bunch of work that he did on making the Jack of Hearts, and it looks freaking amazing. It's gonna be a lot of work to put it into practice. However, it looks absolutely amazing, and I can't believe it. I can't believe how good it looks. So if he can make me those proofs for the different cards, I think I'm gonna just follow him along. It's gonna take me a long time to build those cards, but luckily there's only 12 of them. 12's still a lot, but it might be worth it in the end because it's gonna look pretty damn sweet. So that being said, updated you guys on what's going on with these cards and stuff so far. You can see that I'm actually making some good progress. To finish the story, I honestly don't know exactly what happened. But unfortunately, Julia was extremely preoccupied when she was talking to me because she was working from home today and she was on a bunch of work calls. So she was only half paying attention to what I was saying, apparently. And when I kept asking her to describe to me what she was seeing, she decided to tell me after I got home, well, no, nobody was really on the Google Play Store. It was on something that looked like a bunch of applications, like on the screen. Like, I didn't tell you your password was, kept getting put in incorrect. And I was like, no, Julia, that's exactly what you told me, is that I kept putting in my password wrong and I kept telling me wrong password. She's like, well, that's not really what I meant to say. Like, I just meant to say, like, you couldn't go through and do this. What turns out it happened, it seems, is I was remote desktoped into my desktop from work. I was also remote desktoped into my desktop from the Chromebook because I was using it last night when I was sitting up in the living room checking on a video that was rendering to see if it was done yet. She happened to look at the Chromebook and opened up the remote desktop window in the Chromebook and saw me moving around on my desktop, which was a screen she'd never seen before because the Chromebook looks way different than a normal desktop. So she thought somebody was at some like crazy thing doing some crazy stuff. I wasn't even doing anything though. It was sitting there at it was sitting there at a screen, but the thing is, it was at a screen. My downstairs computer that I was remote desktoped into is a dual screen monitor. So when you Chrome remote desktop in, it shows you one screen and then you scroll and the screen drags over. It was halfway in between the two screens. So she thought that somebody was really trying to like mess with all these windows. I'm pretty sure. I'll tell you, I was extremely worried because of my recent DDoS experience. So I thought somebody actually had hacked into my system somehow and was getting all my information or whatever. Luckily, that doesn't seem to be the case, but it was a little bit of a scare. And I figured while I was finishing up the heart suit that I'm now complete with until I get some face proofs, I would show you guys, or tell you guys that story, show you guys the progress that I'm making to show that I'm not just sitting here doing nothing and I'm not quite a quarter of the way done because I need the face cards, but essentially I need to do what I just did with the diamonds, then the spades, then the clubs, and you get the story from there. So things are coming along. Things are looking good. I'm happy with the way everything's going. I'm still collecting black wool here because I don't have enough black wool yet for when I get to done with the the diamonds, so I can move on to the black suits. But luckily, while I'm working on the red suits, I can just come over here, shear some sheep every so often, and be good to go. So I'm trying to get all this stuff done before spawn gets moved too far away. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to make a long trek back to this area at some point to finish this project up, which probably will end up happening. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys appreciate the videos. Give them a like if you do. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next episode.